I want to just jump right in, and you talk a lot about storytelling in the book. So what is a story and what makes it powerful?
You know, I'm not sure how to really define a story. I think at some level, everybody looks like they're in their 20s, at least in this room. I think we should all know what a story is, kind of thing. Why it's powerful is basically, I think we grossly underestimate how much the foundation of our lives are predicated on stories. Like, so much of what you actually think is predicated on storytelling. I mean, when you think about, the Bible, like just jokes, like anything historical, I mean, and not to mention, probably the thing that you're most attracted to outside of physicality is somebody who can tell a story. It's captivating, it brings value to your life. When I think about the people that have been successful in the world, there's some form of variation of a story being involved along the way that takes it to the next place. You basically can't be successful as a business in America or the world, but let's call the American market, which I think I understand better. You can't be successful without it eventually getting to a level where somebody wants a story tell around it. I mean, look at our world, right? I mean, Facebook movies and books about Twitter. I mean, you can't hit any even, I mean, at this level with so many media sites out there, it doesn't take you very long to have storytelling around you, where you're from, what you want. It's just kind of the foundation of how our brains work. And the brands in the world that have been able to tell the best stories. I mean, here's a story. You see a product, I mean, fashion. Fashion is a gajillion-dollar industry completely predicated on stories. Like, why did she wear that lovely green scarf today? That is a form of her storytelling to the world. It's how we roll. It's our haircuts. It's everything. It's just, it's literally all-encompassing.
So, one of the biggest problems that exists out there today is that you have all these amazing, talented people out there at a hotel, for example, who want to tell the story, and they're just kind of really, they can't tell the story of their local hotel or whatnot because of the fact that corporate kind of has this chain of command, a lot of red tape. How could an over-eager, excited director of marketing in one hotel tell a story without pissing people off?
Well, I mean, if you're director of marketing and you're not allowed to tell your story, you should find a different job. If you're the director of marketing and you're not empowered to tell your story the way you want to, you've got a really, really, really bad situation or an overarching, micromanaging CMO. It's one thing to be an intern or the social media person, but the director of marketing to not be enabled to take it to the place where she or he wants to take it speaks to really bad organizational freedom.
And so, one of the things that we do is, we work with hotels all the time. Our software is used to create their floor plans.
Yep.
And directors of marketing usually happen on the property level. So they might make marketing spend decisions.
Got it.
But they have a unique story in that property, something that, about the building or about an event that took place there, or, something significant historically that happened around that neighborhood. And there's just so much red tape on the corporate level. How can somebody in that level be empowered to slowly make their case to tell a different story?
I think all good things come along with some sort of rule breaking and risks, right? I mean, the truth is, if you've really gone through the notions of like, hey, we want to manage our own Twitter page, or we want our own Instagram page, or we want to blog on Medium, if you've gone through the communication tunnels at a local level, and so, I work with a lot of Fortune 500 companies that are predicated on multiple locations, or have spoken at places like Remax where their agents are localized, but it's still storytelling from the top. My answer to the first part of your question is still the same answer, which is it's the responsibility of the Hilton or Marriott or anybody else to give some level of empowerment to the local leadership, because they are going to know the nuanced, unique stories. If that has not happened, there's only two things one can do as a human being. A, really try to storytell up the ladder and create a deck and presentation in that corporate bullshit way and try to convince them. And or B, just do it because you believe in yourself so much that it will work, and then ask for forgiveness later after you've shown them success.